Is coaching the kid. I'm the kid, and today Coach and I will be watching some highlights of last year's number 2 overall pick, Chet Holmgren, who's been on the comeback injury trail ever since last year when he was in a pickup game against LeBron James.
Who was the number 1 pick last year?
Banchero.
Okay. I'm like, number 2, you right. Yeah. All right, let's see what's up.
Position to be a playmaker as well. It's not going to be all about scoring for him.
Roddy
got a block already.
Roddy gets it back, drives inside, rolls it off the rack and the rebound. Roddy, Ferrari.
It's a valuable thing when you've got bigs that can not only shoot that deep shot, but also make it. Holmgren gets a steal here.
Yeah, nice quick hands by the big 7 1-inch man.
Possession.
And I saw Chet Holmgren come back up the court and say to his teammates, "Hey, you guys got to let me know he's coming." And Jalen Williams said, "I did. I was yelling at you," and I heard him. He was yelling at Holmgren. He's like, "Home, home, home."
Memphis had missed their last 8 shots until that bucket. Final seconds rolling down in this first half.
Not gonna make that.
Defensively, the disciplined nature that we've got to have every single night, that's what we're going to lean on. These guys, right now getting an opportunity to step into different roles as the season starts. We obviously make acquisitions this summer.
Well, thank you so much, Coach Jenkins. You are just doing a phenomenal job there. I love your culture and how your guys play. It is so obvious, and I love it. Thank you.
Holly, appreciate it.
Some great words from Coach Taylor Jenkins. I like the way he's able to.
I think one of the best moves I've seen Chet Holmgren
That was over the back, real talk.
Right here, he saves the rebound and stretches out.
But I like his
dunk.
aggressiveness.
That's the physical part of the game that he's adjusting to. But we saw one before that where he got the ball facilitating, even rebounding, doing it all.
You still can't get past him.
G.G. Jackson inside.
Why try? Did he take off from the free throw?
Denied. Now a foul at midcourt.
How can you be consistent in this league? How can you stand out? Defensively, that's one way. But making the right
Don't try it. Is that the same guy?
It's natural, it's instinctual, and he is unafraid.
He ate his Wheaties. That's clean too.
Get up,
He ate his Wheaties and he's like, "Oh, I'm about to be on Instagram." Yep. For the wrong reason. For the wrong reason, bro.
Opposite side of the basket to help.
All right, so that was a little short video. Yeah, I hate this. We got this Coach
He's going to be
Godwin
in that
stuff.
position to be a playmaker as well. It's not going to be all about scoring for him.
Roddy blocked. Holmgren. Roddy gets it back.
Chet Holmgren was my favorite player from last year's draft. Period.
That can not only shoot that deep shot, but
There are very few guys
Holmgren gets a steal here.
that I call plus 10 guys.
Big 7.
Okay, and when I say plus 10, the greatest players of all time have like a plus 10, plus minus when they're on the court. Okay, and so historically, you're talking about guys like Kareem. I think Kawhi at one point, it might still be Kawhi. LeBron. I don't know if Tim Duncan is a plus 10, might be plus 8. Like, at the end of the day, it's not shooting, it's not defense, it's not rebounding, it's not any of that individually. What it is when you're on the court, greatness is measured by what happens to your team when you on the court. There's a lot of dudes that can put up points. Okay, like previous podcast I talked about, Carmelo. Carmelo can put up points, but he has a career minus. When he's on the court, his teams lose. Right? Same for Kyrie Irving. Even though I don't know that to be 100% fact on Kyrie Irving, but I know Kyrie Irving has a losing record. So the only way that you can have a losing record is if you have, a negative plus minus. Okay? Chet Holmgren is a plus 10 guy. He's a plus 10 guy. What that means is for stuff like that, for reasons like this, when he's on the court, he's going to affect his team plus 10. If you're a plus 10 guy, it doesn't matter what team you're on, you're going to help them win. And OKC is already in a position to where they're going to be one of the top teams in the West. And quite frankly, we'll talk about this in another podcast. I think in the West, Oklahoma City is the team of the future. If Chet Holmgren can stay healthy with all the other pieces they got, with Jalen Williams and Trey Mann, and what's the SGA? I forgot about him. I mean, I didn't forget. I just didn't know his name. Like, if they keep them dudes together, which is going to be tough, but if Chet stays healthy, they're going. Number one, they're going to make the playoffs this year.
Well, thank you so much.
This year, and when I say make the playoffs, they're not going to be the 8th or 7th seed. They're going to be one of those top 6 teams. And you do not want to play these guys in the playoffs because he changes every shot. Let's not talk about the fact that this dude is out here 7+ feet. He can run the point. He can pass. He's got great vision. He's not scared of anybody. He's clutch, but he doesn't have to score. He don't have to score 30. He's capable. I wouldn't put him on the top scorers, but he's capable of 23, 24. But he'll put up 30 something. But he's one of them guys that can score 10 points like this game and control the whole game.
That's one way.
Well, he did have 6 turnovers this game, so you didn't
To be a
really see
playmaker
his
as well.
point
It's not gonna
guard
be all about scoring
capabilities
for him.
in this game.
Holmgren, Roddy gets it back. Drives inside.
I don't remember. It looked like the Grizzlies won. They were up for most of the game.
Roddy, Ferrari.
You're going to see at the end who won the game. I did see that. He's not in shape. He is very much still out of shape. You know what I'm saying? And so he needs these runs. But, I'm just looking at what I know he's capable of, what he's doing, all of that. I would not want to play OKC. And this guy's a future, top player in the league if he can stay healthy.
How long do you think it'll take for him to get to his ceiling, which I believe is Anthony Davis level?
What do you mean? You mean it's Anthony Davis?
I believe he can be Anthony Davis, but how long do you think that's going to take?
What's Anthony Davis?
It is so obvious.
One of the best centers in the league that can score and change every shot. But
tell me what specifically Anthony Davis does that he can't do right now.
I think one of the best moves I've seen.
What do you mean by Anthony Davis?
Chet Holmgren
Anthony Davis is a much better
right here.
mid-range shooter and three-point
stretches
shooter.
out on that dunk.
Not
That's
true
the
at all.
Physical part of the
Not
game
even a little bit.
that he's adjusting to.
What did Anthony Davis do? You don't know
what
what he shot last year. Neither do I, but I know he had a really bad shot. I know at one point Anthony Davis was shooting 12% from 3, and I know that was just 1 year. But I'm just saying, if you give me a choice between AD and Chet right now, I'm taking Chet 10 times of the team. But I'm asking you, what do you mean by AD? Like what specifically?
I mean being a potential blocks leader in the NBA, being on the All-NBA second or first team, and being a potential Hall of Famer.
He has that potential right now. He's going to lead him and my other favorite, Blocker Kessler, last year. I remember I wanted both of them. I wanted both of them for the Pistons. I'm like, yo, if I'm the Pistons, I want Chet and I want Blocker Kessler.
Davis Walker, for those of you who are wondering.
It's Blocker Kessler, bro. I didn't come up with that name. You talking, but no, dude, I would rather right now, the way AD gets hurt, I don't like the way AD competes. This guy competes. I've been watching him since high school, just like everybody else. And I look at how dudes compete. Even the reason why he got hurt. You know what I'm saying? And what was that, the Drew League?
I don't know. I just heard that somehow LeBron James led to his injury.
I saw it happen. But, I mean, real talk, he got hurt. But you know why he got hurt? Because he wants to compete. Right? Like right now, a lot of people talk about Ben Simmons. Right? And again, this is our first and only channel together I ran a channel for a little bit, before.
I think one of the best
And,
moves I've seen.
One of my controversial videos at that time was I did a video called Ben Simmons is Soft.
That's the physical part of the game.
Right? This is before he played his first NBA game. So Ben Simmons is Soft. You know where I got that from? Number one, I got that from the fact that he didn't want to compete in the summer league. Right? I think he came out, played one game or something like that, and then he didn't want to play. Number two, I got that from Isaiah Thomas, who, we think a lot alike in terms of basketball. I love it when he calls games because everything he see, I see because I grew up watching him. So we see this game the same way. And Isaiah was like, why is Ben Simmons on the bench eating chicken tenders with me?
As well. It's not going to be all about scoring for him.
Like Ben Simmons was talking to the girls. He had some chicken tenders and fries. He was like, dude, this dude done played one game and he's rested. That was an omen.
You've got big.
Right? He didn't want to compete.
Deep shot, but
Right? So in all the time that I've been watching Chet, even when he went up against Wembanyama, right?
I saw Chet Holmgren come back up
in
the
that-
court
in
and
that
say to his
under-
teammates, hey, you guys
under
gotta let me know
19.
he's
Yeah,
coming.
he
And
competed.
Jalen Williams said, I did. I was yelling.
And I thought he was the better player then. I said it.
He's like, home.
And he's but damn sure the better player right now. Doesn't mean Wembanyama can't improve. We can't wait for him to play his first game. But when I say better, I'm talking about, again, plus 10. The basketball IQ, making your teammates better, setting picks, all of that. I can guarantee you Wembanyama is not going to be a plus 10 player right now.
Well, thank you so much, Coach.
If ever. You know what I'm saying?
I love your culture.
So,
you guys play. It is so obvious.
that's why when you said AD,
Appreciate it.
AD put up points in New Orleans while losing every game.
one of the best moves I've seen.
He was scoring 40 and 50, losing. And you want to know what? I bet you AD was happier.
That's the physical part of the game.
He was happier putting up 30, 40 points a game,
But we saw one before
losing, than being second fiddle to LeBron, as we all saw when LeBron is breaking the scoring record for the NBA, the entire NBA. This dude sits down. I knew right then and there they weren't going to win the championship.
defensively.
And if the Lakers know anything, they should trade his ass right now. They should get rid of his ass today. If I was in charge of the Lakers, that his value is never going to be higher, because if he gets hurt again, you got a lot of contract left, and he's going to have a very low value. I would trade his ass right now. They're not going to do it because they don't have the courage.
It's not going to be all about scoring for him.
But, AD, Carmelo, Kyrie, a lot of those guys, 2 out of 3 LeBron won with, they're selfish guys. They're selfish. They don't want to win as a team. They want to win by themselves. Chet is a team player.
Are you sure Carmelo didn't win that year? Was he on the team in the bubble year?
You guys got to let me know he's coming.
He got rid of his ass in a trade, I think. He didn't win with them.
I thought he was on the bubble team.
Howard was on the other losers, but not Carmelo. We can go back and I'm pretty sure he wasn't on it.
The moral of the story is LeBron plays with losers and still wins.
Discipline nature that we've got to have every single night. That's what we're going to lean on. These guys,
Dudes coaches that never won,
as the season starts,
players that never won. Nobody ever did anything, and he wins with them. Frank Vogel was pretty much out of the league as a coach. Quite frankly, I still think he should be out of the league. I thought he coached horribly in that finals, in the bubble final. He was a horrible. I saw they weren't doing the adjustments necessary and all that. Some kind of way they still won because they were just a better team. But outside of that Anthony Davis shot, Denver was there was some close games. The first 2 games were super close. AD had to hit that shot for them to go up. Otherwise, we would have been talking about Denver then. But anyway, man, I just want him to stay healthy. He's not weak, y'all. Like, y'all keep talking, he need to put on weight. Dude, a dude's genetics is a dude's genetics. period. But he's not weak. He's strong. He's just wiry strong. Right? Can he put on some weight? Sure. But he's not going to be Giannis. He doesn't have the genetics. You know what I'm saying? But as you can see, he ain't got no problem shutting you down.